there's so many emotions. It's so stirring. What stood out to you?
I think Vanessa, you know, everything that she's been going through these last few weeks, and to really get up on that stage and show her strength and speak in front of the 20 people that was in attendance and the millions that are watching around the world, and to tell the stories of her little girl Gigi and Kobe. I mean, to show that strength and that courage, that was amazing.
Yeah, and just the personal stories too. I mean, so much of the last few weeks has been about, of course, Kobe the player, how much influence he had, and all of his public life, right? And then people telling personal stories from that public life. But we got to hear today that Gianna liked to bake and she watched Cupcake Wars, right? I mean, all these little details that...
It matters, right? I mean, the people that spoke today really did a great job painting a picture of Kobe as a father, as a player, as a coach. Gigi, the things that she liked to do that, you know, none of us knew about. I mean, they did a great job of honoring those two today.
Yeah, just the personal touch all the way through, everybody giving their hearts. Really, again, I'm going to go back to having courage and bravery to do it, bear themselves on that stage, and that's what that is. Just spoke to everybody in that arena and all of us watching. Here's just what a small portion of what they had to say about Kobe, Gigi, and all of those affected today, starting with Kobe's wife, Gianna's mother, Vanessa.
Kobe was the MVP of Girl Dads, or MVD. He never left the toilet seat up. He always told the girls how beautiful and smart they are. He taught them how to be brave and how to keep pushing forward when things get tough.
I don't think any of us could have imagined this. Everywhere you go, you see his face, his number. Gigi's face, Gigi's number. Everywhere, at every intersection. There are hundreds of murals painted by artists who were inspired, not because he was a basketball player, but because Kobe was an artist too.
Kobe had been texting me from the helicopter. The girl in that text chain that he was wanting to help so badly was Lexi Altobelli, the surviving daughter of Coach John Altobelli, who was also on the helicopters. Kobe's last human act was heroic. He wanted to use his platform to bless and shape a young girl's future. Hasn't Kobe done that for all of us?
And not just in LA, across the country, in Kobe's hometown, Philadelphia, in Italy, in India, the Philippines, China, New York, Phoenix, Boston, for God's sake. In places where he would be booed on the court, Kobe is missed. Even the great Boston Celtic Bill Russell wore number 24 and a Lakers jersey to yesterday's game.
And when Kobe retired from the NBA, he took over dropping off and picking up our girls from school, since I was at home pregnant with Bianca and just recently home nursing Capri. When Kobe was still playing, I used to show up an hour early to be the first in line to pick up Natalia and Gianna from school, and I told him he couldn't drop the ball once he took over. He was late one time, and we most definitely let him know that I was never late. So we showed up 1 hour and 20 minutes early after that. He always knew there was room for improvement and wanted to do better. He happily did carpool and enjoyed spending time in the car with our girls. God knew they couldn't be on this earth without each other. He had to bring them home to heaven together. Babe, you take care of our Gigi. And I got Nani, Bibi, and Coco. We're still the best team. We love and miss you, Boo Boo and Gigi. May you both rest in peace and have fun in heaven until we meet again one day. We love you both and miss you forever and always. Mommy.
And you see now some of the thousands who gathered today to honor Kobe Bryant exiting from the Staples Center. And Tracy, as I sat in that building, one of the things that struck me so much was from up to the top row of the arena to the biggest of big name celebrities that were on the floor, he touched everybody, right? Everyone felt he was a little bit theirs.
This man was an icon. I mean, his mentality, the way he approached the game resonated with people in all walks of life. You know, whether you were a plumber or whether you're a writer, it doesn't matter. Kobe mentality resonated with a lot of people.
And I think part of it was timing, right? Kobe came in, I just saw the other day, he came in the year after they started NBA.com. His career was at its height during the birth of Facebook and Twitter. So he was global in a way that no star had been before. He was able to touch people in all of these countries a way no one had been able to do before. And I think also one of the things with Kobe, as I've been thinking about the past couple weeks, is we saw the work, right? Of course, he was incredibly athletically gifted. He was the son of an NBA player. But he wasn't born as an equal or someone who could copy Michael Jordan, right? That was the work. And that's something that you've talked about, that he showed you how much work you had to do.
I knew Kobe was different when we were 18 and 19 years old. Being in Disney in Paris, we went on a trip. And I told you the story where I was going to work out to the weight room, and he told me, like, "What are you working out for? We're in the off season. You should have fun. We're at Disney World." So, come to find out, this guy's in the gym working out, and I'm looking at him like, "Bro, what are you trying to do?"
The first trick he played on you, it would not be the last, T-Mac.
First trick he ever played on me, and so that whole trip, just to watch him from afar and watch how he worked and the detail that he worked at. I mean, I learned so much from him, his work ethic and the way he was to work. Like, he was the reason, this guy was the reason I've never played pickup ball in my career in the off season. Like, you have a lot of guys that loves to just play basketball, pick up. He was like, "Mac, how many shots you gonna get up in a pickup game?" He was like, "What you need to do is work on and develop your skill.
Go to the gym, do certain drills.
Do certain drills by yourself or your trainer." And that's the way I trained my whole career. And damn, I mean, you see what he got me.
It worked.
But I mean, it's just his work. I mean, it's unmatched. The kid just loved the game, had a deep passion for it, and you see what we're honoring today.
Yeah, and I think that if you're a dishwasher who was waking up at 4 a.m., you could relate to that, right? I mean, I just think that for so many people, that work was part of what tied Kobe to them. And then, honestly, just the fact that his longevity, that he was there for decades of people's lives. And again, I think that's what we're seeing today from celebrities like Beyonce or Jennifer Lopez to Sabrina Ionescu, right? Speaking so beautifully at that service. He was there. He was the wallpaper of so many people's lives.
When I look back and just competing against him, being around him when we were younger, the discipline that it takes to reach the level that this man was able to reach, and the things that he accomplished in his career, the ability to play through pain, certain injuries, just the commitment to being excellence is what he was all about. And he achieved that. And I think that's why a lot of us really related to Kobe and really just looked up to him because of what he was able to, his mentality. When you see guys like Kobe, you just say, man, he's different.
Yeah.
And that's what he was. He was just different.
Yeah. And influencing fans out there, as we see now, but players, the number of players who showed up today, players who are supposed to play in different cities tonight, I mind you, who will be getting on a plane right now to make their own NBA games, but they had to be here. They had to be here for Kobe. We will be here with so much more. We're going to take a very short break, but coming up, we will continue to honor Kobe Bryant on this day of celebration, remembrance. Zach Lowe is going to join us in the next segment. Please stay tuned.
They won titles in a row together. Teammates for the city of Los Angeles. and their names will be linked for all time. Please welcome Shaquille O'Neal.